G'day guys, it's Mark here from North Oz, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why I don't run a bull bar on my brand new Prado. So let's get straight into today's video. This camera angle here is very important for trying to get across my first point of why I don't run a bull bar on my Prado. The front end of these Prados extend out a long way away from the axles. So when we add a bull bar on top of this, and they all protrude out quite a long way as well, we've got all this weight hanging over quite a long way away from the axles. This has a huge negative impact on the handling characteristics of these Prados. I've talked to a lot of people on Reddit and a lot of different forums and also through North Oz, so thank you to those people that are commenting. And they've said that when they added the bull bar after having no bull bar, they've noticed a huge difference, negative difference in the handling characteristics of these vehicles. So when it came to the decision of whether or not I should spend $3.5 grand on a bull bar for this car, negatively impacting the handling characteristics of this vehicle is a very big reason why I have not put a bull bar on this vehicle yet. Now, the second reason is cost, because the cost doesn't just stop at the cost of a bull bar, which you guys can look up whatever bull bar you would like to purchase for your vehicle. I know that the bull bar that I would go with, if it was me, would cost me a little bit over $3 grand. But I'd have to also factor in another couple of grand for having suspension and installing suspension that can actually handle having all that weight out the front of the vehicle. Now, if you hit something so hard with a stock vehicle and no bull bar that it would destroy the front end of your vehicle, you're probably going to get some other damage anyway with a bull bar. So you probably have to replace the bull bar again, which is going to cost you another $3 grand, and also fix the damage that the animal has caused to either the top of your vehicle or the windscreen. So we'll talk a little bit now about insurance. This brings me to my third reason why I don't run a bull bar, is because that's going to cost me money for a bull bar. It's going to cost me money for suspension. So I'm going to want to protect my investment, right? So now to protect my $5-ish thousand worth of equipment I put on the vehicle, I will now get extra insurance to cover that, which is going to cost me extra money every year if I want to try to protect these in case of an accident. Now, expanding a little bit on the point of insurance, if I completely wreck this vehicle, it's going to cost me my excess. Whether it's $750, $1,000, $1,250, it doesn't matter. Whatever your excess is on your full comprehensive insurance. But if I have a bull bar that isn't insured, or I have suspension that isn't insured, I'm going to be up for the cost of those pieces anyway. Now, although having the bull bar will provide protection for tough tracks and all that stuff, we won't go into that today, but although it'll protect you from, say, a big collision, and it may not ruin your entire trip because you've protected the vitals of your engine and all that stuff, you will still be up for the cost of a new bull bar, because the chances are you would have damaged your bull bar in that event, and you'll be up for either hitting up your insurance, which you'll probably have to pay excess on to replace your bull bar, and that would have cost you the exact same money if you had no accessories on here. You completely destroy the vehicle. You'd still have to pay the same excess I would pay. If we're talking about down the line cost, it doesn't really matter. I'm still probably going to be ahead because I haven't spent $5,000 on the bull bar and the suspension. I haven't spent anything at all, and even if I destroy the vehicle, I'm still going to be up for the same excess that someone who has a bull bar would be up for. My fourth reason why I don't run a bull bar is aesthetics. I really like the look of the front of this Prado. It has great lines. I think that Toyota have done a terrific job on carrying on the styling from the sides and the back all the way to the front, and it is quite aerodynamic as well. I get great fuel economy. So I really like, and it photographs well, I really like the front end of this vehicle. And for all the bull bars that I've seen anyway, except for maybe 1 or 2, I would not replace this front panel with some piece of ugly steel if I had my choice. The fifth reason is fuel economy. You've added an extra 100-ish kilos to the front end, depending on materials. So now you're carrying basically an extra passenger or 2 in your vehicle at all times. So now you're going to be paying extra for fuel economy. Now, that may not be that big of a deal for you, but if we're paying $2.50 a litre as we are right now, almost every litre counts, especially when you guys are doing big highway trips. That extra litre, I don't know how much it'll be, but that extra half a litre even, or a litre per 100 kilometres on a trip around Australia will end up costing you quite a bit more, and it could have even funded another half a week or a week on the road. So I'm going to throw in one more reason why I don't run a bull bar, and it's because of safety. Now, you might not be expecting that one in terms of safety, because wouldn't you think, if you have a bull bar, wouldn't that make you and the vehicle a lot more safer? Well, the answer to that is yes. It will make the vehicle and probably you inside the vehicle actually a lot more safe. But for everyone else and everything else, not quite the same case. Now, if we're talking about worst case scenario and you have a vehicle that has a bull bar on it and you've accidentally or somehow have managed to hit either an animal or a child or a pedestrian or a cyclist or motorcyclist or whatever it is, they will be in a lot worse shape if you had a steel bull bar compared to just a factory plastic front end. And that's something that really not a lot of people think about. In terms of watching out for yourself, you probably don't really need a bull bar on a brand new car. These things have crumple zones. This thing's an absolute tank. It's got airbags for knees and shoulders and heads and toes and whatever it is. This thing will protect you, you know, and yeah, sure, the bull bar will protect you even more if you want that extra security, but it won't protect other people. And, you know, if you're thinking about accidents that happen with small vehicles against bigger vehicles, the small vehicles that don't have bull bars, if an accident happens and you're on the road and you have a steel bull bar, and you know, even if it's your fault or not, the chances are it's not going to end very well. So let's finish on a positive in terms of, if I were to buy a bull bar, which one would I buy? Now, I've thought a little bit about this, and I would probably go with an aluminium bull bar, something that not a lot of people go with. And the Toyota bull bar is actually a very nice bar. I've been looking at everyone's Prados that I've seen all around Cairns, and they're growing the number of them all the time, especially the flatback models. And I like the alloy bull bar. I think it's a great looking bar. It is lighter than steel. I don't have the exact numbers on it, but it is a lot lighter than the steel bars from places like ARB and, you know, and of course, you know, our other companies like Ironman and that. And the aluminium doesn't have to be as thick and as heavy to provide the same amount of protection. So the aluminium bull bar, if I was to go with one, I would go with one of those. And they do actually look pretty good. So I might be able to get over whatever it was, 0.4, which is the aesthetics side of things. Now that you've heard my 5, well, actually ended up being 6 reasons why I don't run a bull bar on my 4-wheel drive, tell me in the comments if you do or don't run a bull bar and why. I'm interested to know, because like I said, in all my other videos, this is all just my opinion and I'm still learning. But from the information that I have right now, I probably won't be having a bull bar on this car anytime soon. So tell me, try to persuade me in the comment section, should I get a bull bar? Tell me your side of things. Tell me your opinion. Tell me your arguments. I'm more than happy to comment and reply and get involved in this conversation. So I look forward to seeing you guys down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.